sometimes all you need is all you need.
And technically, as well as hypothetically.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct after all.
Yeah.
I mean, it technically is the best kind of correct.
Hey, folks, how's everyone doing?
Good morning.
Glorious in yourself.
No complaints. Mal, I've noticed the last 9 times you said good morning.
Mhm.
What's going on?
I don't know. It just is morning somewhere. And if I
True.
say good night, you'd go to bed.
Oh, fuck, good point.
He's trying to save you.
Save
really
you
nice.
yourself.
I mean,
I thought you were
technically,
working,
this technically is my morning.
I was
There
gonna
you
say, I
that
thought
I
you
work
were like
nights.
working. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
working the night shift with Ben or something.
I could have just woke up. You don't know.
That's what I was wondering.
We all weren't we all? Well, looks like we're just missing Tanner.
Isn't Tanner not coming tonight?
Don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if he said he was coming in or not.
No, I think he said he wasn't going to be making it to do studying, wasn't he?
Sounds about right. He is in finals, I believe. So
Yes. Let's see.
then we will proceed with the game.
Yes, he says he won't be here tonight.
And that sounds about right. I'm sure he told me and I just forgot because, old.
The past is also a mystery.
It is. Conundrum wrapped in an enigma.
Well, on a positive note, as I was mentioning, Tony, I will indeed be making it after all. So,
Nice.
On a less positive note, we
Yeah.
will be resuming the game right here. Let's see, do we have everybody in the server side?
last we left off, Techno was in a bit of a sticky wicket. Things aren't looking well for him.
I will. But just get connected while I bring this up. Hey. I think I forgot to transfer. I've been working on some images. I think I forgot to transfer them. That's gonna be my fault though. Oh well. We shall endure. I wanted to see what this music sounded like. There you go. Very intense, as it were.
What music? I don't hear anything.
Let's see if I can fix that. Can anyone hear this music?
I cannot.
Haven't
I heard-
started it yet.
Nope.
Let's say I heard something, but
Let's see.
I definitely hear that.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I still don't hear anything.
I don't even see that it's registering sound coming from it.
Let's see why that might be. See if I can. They reset permissions here. Everybody's permissions have been reset. How about now? Anything?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I can.
Oh god.
Yay!
There it is.
Yay.
Looks like Discord update reset the permissions. This was the music I was trying to hear, if you guys are curious.
Oh, there we go.
Followed by the old Wilhelm scream. Alright,
Basically, Techno's going to be doing in his next round, probably.
Mm,
so this is where
oh
we
no.
left off. You guys are at the bottom of some type of elevator shaft, a lift shaft. The car has essentially crashed to this bottom level where you are now. This bottom level where you're finding yourself is accessible through a hole in the top of the lift, and that is the pink box. The doors open across the front where everybody is moving in and out of, and you are fighting a kind-hearted creature, and it has, pardon me, grabbed Techno by his leg and drug him upwards and mauled him severely, leaving him 1 hit point. And that is where we left off at the top of the round, just for posterity's sake. I like to end off at the top of the round because I don't like to stop in the middle of rounds. So we're going to pick up there. I'm going to get some music going. Who is messaging me? Tyler. I'll make sure it's not my wife yelling at me because our dog's hurt, so I got to keep an eye on that.
Oh.
We will start with Kazu. It is your turn. You have not gone. So if you want to take a look, feel free to discuss prior to.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong button.
He cannot reach
Good foreshadowing.
with. He can't reach. Oh, sorry.
He's about 40 feet up.
Yeah. So I guess my only option is to throw a fireball. Oh. Oh, it didn't miss. Okay. Oh.
Looks like he is not targeted. You'll have to drag the roll onto the creature on the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to drag the attack first?
Yes, but no big deal. It looks like that attack was a miss.
Well done. Okay.
Can Nelka climb up the elevator shaft?
Does Nauka have a climb speed?
No.
Then yes, at half their movement, because there is no check required. No.
Alright, are they within, would they be able to be within axe throwing range?
So what's their speed?
30 feet.
What's the range on the axe?
Double checking right now. 20, 60.
Yes, you can throw it from here, but you won't be able to get within range of it 20 feet, therefore making it not with disadvantage.
Alright. They'll do that. Here we go. Dang. Can they bonus action throw another axe?
You can, you don't get a bonus to it though. It's like
Yep.
2-weapon fighting.
Sounds good. Rats. Now they have no axes.
Kazu has an extra axe.
So with Hazel, you can pass that axe. Should you so desire, on he
Yeah.
can they can grab it, or you can pass it. But Hazel, because Tanner is not here, will be moving up and throwing a firebolt up at the matriarch and scoring a hit. I'm gonna go ahead and target.
I don't know how to give an axe.
You don't have to worry about it yet until
Okay.
one of their turns.
Okay.
And after Hazel does that, he'll move back, and the matriarch releases Techno, who falls 40 feet.
Ow.
Is there anything I need to know about you, Techno, for fall damage, things like that?
Well, no, I don't have anything that could. I'm not like a monk or anything, unfortunately, so I can't do anything. I think I'll do
Handle
anything.
business.
Can I spend a reaction to try and catch him or like break his fall?
You can. You can do an athletics check, see if you can reduce his damage by half.
I will try. Not my strong suit.
So he will take half damage, but you will take the other half unless you choose to move.
I'm good with that.
It doesn't matter because I'm still going down anyway. I'm at 1 HP, so.
Times 2. That's not what I was going for. How about half? And Techno, the difference is, without that, you would have died. Without him breaking part of your fall. As in, the damage would have exceeded.
Yeah. Well, at least I ain't dead. That's always a plus.
So Techno is dropped by this creature, and Arthanis manages to get underneath him and absorb the blow as he is knocked down, and you hit your head on the floor. Semi-organic feeling, but also very rigid. And a skittering noise can be heard fading slightly as the creature disappears up the shaft, leaving you quietly alone down here.
I'd like to. Are we still in combat or no?
You are no longer in combat.
Okay,
No.
I'll quickly just cast my Asimar race ability, Healing Hands, to give 1 or 2 health. I'll double check to Techno just to get him up.
How many is that? 2 or 1?
Let's go with 1 for now.
Alright. I heard Kashoot start to talk there while he was healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire an arrow up into the shaft.
Noted. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
You cannot still see it. The arrow goes sailing up. Give me a damage roll.
Can I roll sneak attack?
No.
And I just did a cure wounds on Techno.
Alright, and I'll drop it another point for the 2 points mentioned by Arthanis.
Yeah, I got no more spell slots now.
What is it you want to do, Techno? You are weary.
I'm just gonna like try and stand up. A little wobbly. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I would rather not go through that again if possible. Thank you. But I do sincerely thank everybody for helping me out. Catching me, saving me,
You're welcome.
preventing my head from being busted open.
Do you need help getting up?
I think I will be alright.
So
Do I hear
Okay.
the arrow hit anything?
You heard the arrow hit. You don't know what it hit. You couldn't see if it was something on the side. You didn't hear a screech or anything that indicated it hit something soft and fleshy.
Okay.
But the arrow never came back down.
It did not.
Why was that? Oh, right, because Austin.
perhaps most of you should move out of this shaft.
I'm gonna stay there with an arrow trained up,
Hmm.
watching up there.
Duly noted.
Do you want me to climb up there?
I don't think we should separate right now.
So it seems pretty clear the creature drew us down here, right? Like it somehow was throwing its voice to make it sound like it was coming from that door.
That is
That's-
pretty likely.
I don't know how, but I'd like to see us open that door and just check. I also, yeah, crawling up one at a time will be difficult and easy for that creature to pick us off. So I don't even know if we want to go back that way.
What I'm wondering is how it knew to use Rexel's voice.
That is a good question.
I wonder if it likely peered into all of our minds, and it knew that Rexel was the only one that we all had in common.
That sounds
Perhaps-
scary.
Perhaps it is best not to dwell on it. What does this door look like again?
Yeah, a pair of sliding doors that slide together or slide into the wall. They are currently closed. There is
Is
a
it prob-
button
And the
that is
button's
red.
Red. What happens if I push the button?
Nothing happens.
Can I pry something into the old doorway and try to pry it open?
You have anything, or what will you be using?
I do have a.
X.
Oh,
They jam a hand axe into the door gap.
Okay, give me an athletics check. You can have advantage for the axe.
Woo!
Yep.
There we go.
Let's see what this does. I'm trying a button. I want to hear what it says.
Exit screen.
Go. So the door is thrown open forcefully. Both
Ah.
parts slide away, revealing a irregular shaped chamber. It's the other half of the semicircle that forms this chamber you're currently standing in. There is a workbench, another workbench with a panel, a number of alchemical tubes, things like that. There's also a number of extraction devices, all similar to the room you are in. There is also here in this room a bound book.
Ha! See? Easy peasy.
But this is a dead end. There's no, as far as you can see, anything else.
But I think we're gonna have to go back up.
Let me take a look at the book.
Mm-hmm.
Is it written in another alien language?
It is. It is written in an alien language that you cannot read.
Well, phooey. I'm gonna take it anyway.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll be able to read it.
What would you guys like to do now?
It's okay, Kazu. I don't know how to read either.
Well, we should try and get up this shaft as fast as we can. I think time is slowly running out. How long has it been since I charmed the guard?
30 minutes.
Yeah, we only have about 30 minutes before this guy knows that I, tricked him into doing things for us, so we should probably get up there as fast as we can.
Are you supposed to say that in front of them?
That's why I just kind of was like, made a little noise.
Did we see which entrance the creature took when it crawled back up?
It retreated up the shaft, past
Alright.
the point where you started.
Okay.
We'll call this sub-level. The level you started on, level 1.
Before we get moving, Andretta, do you know anything of this creature that we're facing?
She shakes her head and says she's never heard of it, but it seemed more intelligent than she would like a creature with that many natural weapons to be.
Indeed. Could you perhaps take a look at that book? Maybe we don't know the language, maybe you do. While some of us start heading up.
She will if Kazu will consent to her looking at it.
Yep. He holds it out to her.
She takes the book and she tells you she can read it. It's written in Ultari, the same dead language, or at least the language that's dead on her world. And she tells you that it is filled with dates, times, and what she believes to be scientific notations that she doesn't quite understand. There are a few remarks referencing a test subject. Looks like it was probably damaged, but there is a final entry that she can read if you're interested.
Yep.
She reads it. We removed several of her hatchlings and placed them in the level 2 test bay. I have a new serum I believe will suspend the compounds formed by the Tauslex cranial gland for an indefinite period of time. This could advance our efforts to indefinitely preserve a victim's personality matrix. Degradation of these vital fluids and their memories will become a thing of the past. Unfortunately, the subject is less than happy with me for pursuing these bodily violations. I need to convert a few more Klaven in order to assist in controlling her and against guarding her outbreak. She's quite intelligent, and I don't doubt her capacity to understand and pursue the concept of revenge for myself and all who have assisted me. And she says it is signed Lomric Owl.
Oh. I wonder if it was talking about that big spider thing.
Could be. Could be.
No wonder she was so angry.
Estrella, can you ask your new friend here who Lomric is?
Yeah. Who's Lomric? I'll squeeze by.
The guard seems a little shaken after the encounter there, but he tells you that Lomric is the head scientist.
And he's a scientist of what exactly?
He shakes his head slightly, unknowingly, unable to answer you.
Good. Do we know where to find him?
You get another blank stare.
Okay. So what I'm getting from this is you don't know a lot of things, correct?
He knows his duties and the area to which they pertain. It seems, as far as you guys can tell, that the guards of this facility operate in a very encapsulated manner with no exterior knowledge, or at least they don't retain memories of it.
Okay. Well, at least you know how to get us out of here, right? Like a hidden ladder system or a failsafe of some sort.
He points up the elevator shaft. He tells you
Excellent.
that the exit to the facility is up the shaft.
No.
Great. Guy is useless.
Nalka starts climbing.
He's doing his best, Estrella.
Yeah, well, his best isn't going to get us out of here, and we're stuck here if he doesn't help, so we gotta find somebody else. Let's go. Let's start climbing.
Is it possible to recover my throwing axes on the way?
It is, especially since you missed.
Yippee! Woohoo!
You would have just thrown them up and they would have come right back down at you. You would have had to go like, oh, and dodge them to make sure you didn't hurt yourself.
That's a problem for future Nalka.
It's true. We have a saying in the aviation field: going up is optional, coming down is mandatory.
Yep.
So you guys are climbing. No athletics checks needed. No acrobatics. There are ropes, or at least let's call them cords, that hang. About 40 feet above the sub-level is the door to level 1. What is your plan? Who's in what order are you climbing in?
Nalka's first, I suppose. And floor 1 is where we came from, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Nalka keeps climbing past it. They ain't scared.
Now, can you climb about another 40 feet before you come to another set of double doors?
And it keeps going up?
It does. You don't have
I'll,
to
like,
stop here.
I'll yell down to 24, 23, whatever his name is, and just go, is the exit on this floor?
He doesn't know. He knows that it's just up.
Wasn't it-
Motherfucker.
Wasn't it on the 3rd floor?
I don't remember. He's useless, guys. Like, I don't know what to do.
Ah, I do have a note here that says the exit is on level 3. Good memory.
Yay.
Nalka will keep climbing.
Oh, thank fuck.
One second. I'm going to get a level 3. I'll share that a little bit with Nauka. You're going to keep going up and up and up and up to level 3. Okay, you climb another 40 feet past that, and you find yourself reaching the 3rd level. And upon the 3rd level, there's no more room to climb, and you can either climb out of another set of double doors or go back down.
Yeah, we'll climb out. Question:
Shoot.
is there any sort of indication that the creature had been through here?
There isn't any sort of indication that you can see.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking for. Is there a giant hole in any of the walls or door? And if that's not immediately obvious, then it's probably safe, right? Right?
No.
Oh. Well, it's a problem for future now because they go outside.
Okay. Here is your map. Everyone get that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Biohazard containment has been compromised.
You hear a
Biohazard containment has been compromised.
strange series of languages that seem semi-familiar. You pick up a little bit. It seems to make a little sense to you. And Dreda tells you that the sound was followed by a statement. She translates: warning, facility power compromised, auxiliary power diverted to atmospheric shielding. Drain will soon exceed capacity. Repair required. Systems or system failure imminent.
That doesn't sound good.
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
I'm going to assume that they need to fix something, or we're going to be in a lot of trouble really fast.
Well,
Then we better find the exit.
and or we better fix something really quick then.
Does this
You have
kind
a-
of look like the other floor we were just on? Oh, this whole place looks the same to me.
In terms of general construction materials, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are a number of corridors, no lighting, but in terms of what is in what directions, that is something separate that you can't tell. There is a door directly ahead of you, as well as some other things moving around. The bend here, or not moving around, but I'm sorry, can be seen around the bend. 1 second.
I'm gonna listen to the door and then check it for traps.
Okay, sorry, I had a character sheet over the combat rolls. So this hallway does end in this large door. The green circular disc covering the lock seems to have been torn away. It's been ripped off the wall. There's a fluid that's oozing from the hole that was left when it was ripped away, and hanging down are some vines that resemble cords, but they also are very reminiscent in the way they are draining the ooze or leaking the fluid, almost like arteries, veins, biological circulatory systems. The door itself starts opening upon your approach. It stutters in its opening, but it opens eventually and then closes. Seems to be at random, but there are no traps you can detect.
Steps back when the door starts to open on its own. Do I see anything inside the room?
So, from your glance between doors opening and closing, the room seems palatial in terms of the way it's outfitted. There's a huge ornate bed. There's a desk about average human, elven, dwarven size with a chair. the exit, obviously, that you're coming in, has a number of. From there, you can just see. It looks like the chamber itself has experienced some vandalism. Looks like the bed's mattress, the pillows, the sheets been torn to shreds, as well as the writing equipment from the desk has been thrown askew.
Is there anyone in there that I can see?
There's no one in there that you can see from the door.
Do I hear anything in there? Like movement, shuffling?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll try to squeeze through the door during one of its open phases.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of peer around the rest of the room.
Tyler, I just saw your question. I'm sorry. I don't read the chat very much because I have a bunch of stuff, so I cover it up a lot. Where are you looking for light?
Literally anywhere because I am in absolute darkness.
Let me
There
put
would
a
be
light
light.
on our Thanos' shield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Token light. But a nice orange color. How's that suit you? Better?
Oh, bless. Thank God.
Because shoot, you said you were going into the room. Excuse me. You look around, and as I said, the whole thing's just been vandalized, torn apart. With your investigation check there, you notice straight off the bat that it doesn't appear that it was vandalized in terms of like searching through. It looks like it was vandalized just with reckless abandon. If it was close, it got hit. There are also two doors. You can't see them on the map per se, but there's one here. You can, Kashu can see them, and there's one on the other side.
I will listen for any sounds on the other side of the door, and then check the door for any traps or to see if it's locked.
There are no traps that you can detect. The door is unlocked,
I
and
will open
you
it.
hear a grunting sound from the other. It's like a quiet, but
I do not open it. Do I see Nalka in the doorway there?
presumably yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wave Nalka over and like point to the door.
He'll stand next to the door and nod. Ready in action to hit something that comes bolting out of there.
All
Alright. I will open the door and step back.
Roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Oh, titties.
It's okay.
Hmm.
Maybe he's in an escape pod.
Oh.
Kazu is really ready for this.
Yeah.
Forward.
That spider pumped in full of adrenaline.
There you go. Well, the creature, turns to face you. This room that you opened seems to be a lavatory. Inside of this room is a creature just standing in the middle of the room. And when the door swings open, the creature turns and begins shuffling. As it turns, you notice that its arm is ripped and muscle and tendon and blood dangle from the wound, but the blood is coagulated. It seems to be the flesh is rotting,
Oh, good.
and the creature stumbles forward at you. We will start with Kazu.
This motherfucker's a zombie.
I'm just gonna come a bit closer and ask if the creature wants me to look him over. I have medical supplies. You want me to look at your arm? Just don't hurt us.
Oh, you can't see the zombie, but Kashu
Oh.
could describe that to you should she desire.
Oh, okay.
My assumption is you guys are vocalizing something. I don't know how much, attacks, things like that.
Nalka would shout in surprise.
Okay. Then he comes forth and asks if it needs medical supplies and requests that the zombie not hurt us. And in case it attacks, I would like to ready an attack.
Fair enough. An attack readied.
Can I
Real-
tell that this creature is a zombie?
You can. Before you take your action, just for clarification, Kazu, what kind of attack will you reply with? If it attacks Kashut or Naoko, what are you doing? Are you doing a melee attack or something like that?
Fire.
Got it. Okay. Kashut?
Fire.
So it's very evident that this creature is the undead.
It's undead. Quite.
Alright. It's gonna get an arrow. And then I
Whoa.
will back up a little bit.
Mhm.
And then as I go into that that space there, I will motion down the hallway for everyone to move forward. Everyone that can see me.
Real quick, Hazel is going to look around. He still doesn't like that Claven guard, charmed though it may be. He's going to move up to here and take a readied action to firebolt the first creature he sees.
I'm sure that will be fine.
Oh, I'm sure it will. The void zombie moves out to
Nalka
here,
hits it.
and Nauka hits it.
Smack. Nalka doesn't hit it.
The creature stumbles over the threshold, and as it stumbles over the threshold, its head goes below that swinging axe. It comes up and attacks you, and that provokes an attack of opportunity of Firebolt from both
Kazu.
Kazu and Hazel, because Hazel can actually see it. It just gets cover.
Oh.
Two firebolts go flying. Both firebolts miss. The axe clacks against the wall. The zombie straightens and uses its double attack, slashing crosswise with one for each hand. And slashing at Nauka. I'm thinking 12's gonna hit.
12 does not hit.
I did not imagine so.
They're
Didn't
too
have the proper-
fast. Uh-oh. Not fast enough.
Not fast enough. And the zombie begins slathering as a freakishly long tongue unrolls from its mouth about 4 feet long, and you notice that it has some sharp spikes seem to be embedded on it.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Arthanis, there's a unhappy fight going on.
Start by moving to there. Yeah, that's my movement. What do you think? Can I get an Eldritch Blast off at this thing? I can see it technically, but
It gets superior cover. You'll just need to click the superior cover button down at the bottom.
oh, let's give it a try, I guess.
The soup cover.
Oh yeah. You know what they say? If you go to the store and they offer super sandwich, you should order the super sandwich.
Guess so.
Better than the standard sandwich.
And I'll just finish my turn by using an interaction to say, Kazu, get out of here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Hey, hands down the hardest to hit zombie in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm. Nalka's gonna try again. Oh. Oh boy. And one more time. There we go.
What is this zombie made of? He's rubber and you're glue or something.
It's going poorly. But not that poorly.
Alright, Techno. There's a whole lot of attacks and a whole lot of misses going on.
He's gonna stand his ground, but he's gonna take his spur rifle and ready it, so in case this Claven Void zombie gets out of superior cover and gets into his line of fire, he'll take a pot shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all he can do.
And Dretta is not full on any spell slots per se, but she is going to move up and take the same approach as others and rely upon some type of attack. Using Ray of Frost to attempt to hit the creature, she fires a glistening ray, but it strikes the wall. That wall, though, that wall is having a shitty day. Estrella.
Move up to here. And just see what I can see from there. Do I have better visual of him now or no?
You can attack from there with the creature would still have cover, but not superior cover, so it's a -2 rather than a -5.
All right, so I will go from here then, and I will cast Produce Flame. Well,
The wall takes another hit.
I just shake my head and I go, "This guy's impossible to get." I think we just move on, and that's my turn.
Well, we all gotta retire someday.
That north door also slides open, and this time it appears to be a closet as a second Claven zombie steps out. This one, looking around, judging that Nauka is the closest, It stumbles forward, its tongue also unrolling from its mouth. It launches a double attack from behind with 2 claws at advantage this time. And manages to rake those claws across Nauka's back. When the guard's not interested in fighting with you, one, because he's not loyal to you, you're just a friend, and second, you took his weapons. So, Kazu, Nauka is quickly finding theirself in an unusual circumstance.
Surrounded
Yeah.
by enemies? Not that unusual.
Well, a precarious circumstance then.
Can I reposition myself behind that, up here?
I don't believe so. There's no room for you to get through. You can pass through Nauka and move around there. Bear in mind that it would take an extra 5 feet. The reason why I make mention of it is because it may be an issue in the future. It would be something like, I'm going to move your thing. It'd be something like
I was trying to-
that.
Over here. I Kashoot.
Gotcha. I'll let you
Right
move
here.
from there.
Whoa.
Right here. Right next to Kashoot.
Right here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I would like to throw a fireball. Or firebolt.
Once we hit level 5, you have to be careful about that.
Uh-oh. Well,
Sometime.
this is not a good day.
A klaxon goes off from the top corner, right up here, and a very small creature that appears to be something akin to a flying eyeball lets out this loud, annoying noise, and a announcement comes out of it. The voice does not match this very tiny creature. It says, Claven warriors, hear the words of your commander, Lomric. In the event I cannot return within 3 days due to the gate's malfunction, you are to perform the following tasks. Hidden in the prearranged storage space are a recording gem and my clockwork's key. You must insert the memory gem into this clockwork, wind it once again, instructed to deliver itself to Supervisor Garabul at the Temple of the Celestial Helix and send it through the gate to Balamir. The clockwork should retain specific directions to that location. This is your highest priority. Do not attempt to reconfigure the gate to the home planet of our test subjects in any of the cryostasis rooms. The gate is on the verge of complete inoperability, and I shall discover a means of repairing it from the ones who sought to keep such knowledge from us on Argoza. And the message repeats. For your convenience, here is the message. If you are keeping notes, you can drag that button in the top left, brown shield looking one, into your notes, and you will have access to it from there. Instead of like trying to copy it at all.
Can you send it again real quick? I messed up.
That's no big deal. I'll do you one better. I will both send it again and drop it in the chat.
Copying over into my notes.
Yeah.
If you don't have an empty area, if you hold control and hit 5, it should create an empty link space.
Five. a whole lot for me.
Big deal.
No.
Oh, I'm not sure what you're using for your note space. Are you using actual notes?
I'm using the note function on my character sheet.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, the character sheet will not allow links to be attached to it. That was my
Oh.
confusion. Sorry. I thought you meant like an actual note from the notes tab. If you were to create a note up there, you can then drag it over and keep notes that way. I saw Mal had one, but it vanished.
Yeah.
On
Take
the
external notes.
on the right hand side, I created a public note under player. The little button that says notes. There's a Clockwork Spy message note that should be public.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Here we go. That spy makes that announcement, and it repeats it every probably 30 seconds. But other than that, it just hangs on the wall or hovers in the air near the ceiling. Shoot, the zombies do not seem to respond to the creature,
As
and
annoying as that creature is,
it's attacking.
the spy is attacking?
No, the zombies just continue attacking.
Oh, yeah. No, the zombies are my focus. Bum, 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 bum. If could I fit in this space, like right behind Nalka?
You could fit half in that space, and half in the one next to it.
So kind of like that.
Correct.
Would that be enough to grant flanking?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. I'm going to swing at it with my rapier.
One is wont to do.
Fuck that zombie in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, seriously? Can I re-roll?
No, you must live with that shame.
3 1, man, and a 2. All right. That's unfortunate.
Right?
That's unfortunate. Kind of sums up most of this entire encounter so far, actually.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing the recording, I forget. That's what you should name it.
That's me.
Lady Luck says fuck you.
That's unfortunate.
In fact, I can go change. Same thing.
Hazel's turn. Hazel is going to stay right here, get absolutely no closer, and throw a firebolt at the zombie behind Nalka. And in his fear, he's going to hit the creature in the eye. The eye is going to take the firebolt and burst in charred jelly. But other than that, the Claven zombie is going to lash out at... I don't think there's enough zombie growls in here. I need more of those. And it's going to lash out at Nauka with a double slash from those claws. That should have, at first, that's the advantage. So the first one hit. The second one also hit, slashing Nauka across the chest and then
It's gonna
down
be
the arm.
Ouch.
The zombie spins around and swings its tongue with the spikes on the end like a mace as a bonus action.
Gross.
Hits Kashoot with the pretty gross and dry tongue.
That's nasty.
Why is he looking at?
The spikes break off into Kashoot's flesh and begin twisting. Give me 1 second. I'll apply that and go ahead and Arthanis, I'll let you move.
Yeah, I'm moving to there. I'll attempt a swing of the morning star at the guy
Mhm.
to the south, Flavin Zombie 15. Do I get advantage because of Kashoot's positioning?
I'd say so.
Well, I'll take it.
I'm gonna remove that. Don't worry about that, Kashoot.
Got some damage in there. Partially resisted, damn. And that's my turn.
All right. Give me 1 second here to just double check something. Nalka is going to attack the zombie. Shocker. Thank you for the advantage. Thank you very much for the advantage. Alright. And then for a bonus action, they're going to hulk out a little tiny bit, increasing their AC and getting a little bit of temporary hit points as the scales carved into their body harden and form into a thick, leathery hide.
Okay. Techno's just gonna move up a little bit so that he doesn't trying to shoot through 3 of his friends. Takes aim and basically just goes lick on this and takes a shot at number 14
Risk it
and
for the biscuit.
misses. And that's it for him.
And Dreda is going to move to here and initiate a shocking grasp at the zombie. Her hand crackles with lightning as she reaches out and touches the creature and sends a current of lightning through its body and then holds her position. She has no desire to be here anymore.
Balls. Can I? Okay, I'm going to go through to here and then walk up. Oh, hold on. So I'm using 10 extra feet of movement, so it's 30. So I should be good to get because I have 30 feet of movement, so I should be good.
Is correct, you are.
And then I'm going to cast. Sorry, my computer's fucking losing its mind. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh. And then I'm going to smack it with the fucking stick. That you bitch. Huzzah! That's it. Question for you though, real quick, Tony. I had only one spell slot used, and now all of a sudden it says all three of them are used.
Might have been an accidental click there. I'd imagine.
I also have like 2 keys that I have to use for push to talk, so it might just be that like I'm screwing around too much with stuff.
It is hypothetically possible.
Alright.
Alright, this Claven zombie here is taking its action to continue to attack Nauka. That
Oh.
double slash at advantage. The first one trying to, but failing to scratch Nauka as those scales harden. The second one manages to hook under those scales and ripping a couple off. But nothing of tremendous note. And the creature, given a choice, swings in its head using that tongue again and aiming for Arthanis and connecting with a solid but disgusting hit, leaving those pierced barbs in your flesh.
And freezing
really
part of its
lick you
tongue
here.
too. It took 5 damage from my armor bag at this.
Well, you bite me and I'll
Oh,
bite
wait,
you
we
back.
So we have 3 spell slots?
Depends on your class.
Oh,
Every
okay.
class is different.
I don't see my spell slots.
Give me 1 second. I will take a look at yours.
Oh, wait, here we go. Spellcasting 2, yeah, I used
It's
up 2.
because your mode is in preparation mode.
Oh,
At the bottom of your action tab, combat.
okay.
So
Yeah.
if you used them both, you just check them off, and it
Yep,
will
I used them.
remove. And once they're full, the spells that can be used by them are gone.
Okay. Kazu is an angry boy. He's gonna just throw fire.
Get his ass. Yeah!
Yay!
1 second. So, for those of you who've never fought zombies or haven't fought zombies in a while, zombies are, they're persistent. They don't like to go down. They have a feature called Undead Fortitude. That Undead Fortitude allows them to make a saving throw when they would otherwise die. The DC is 5 plus damage dealt. You did 9 damage, making the DC 14. So this zombie gets a saving throw of DC 14, and he's gonna try. Now, mind you, they're doing their best here. They're just trying not to die. And he rolls an 11 and dies. But fighting zombies, if he had beat your DC, he would continue to stay up. I love that the blood is only half illuminated. So on Casheut's side, you can see gray and purple.
Yeah.
Alright, Kazu, you burn him down.
And he's gonna give out a victorious pterodactyl-like screech.
I think I might have a sound effect.
Yay!
Up in the corner, you hear the same message from that spy.
Alright. I'm almost out of arrows. So I'm going to fire the spur rifle at the creature.
It's always fun.
Let's see. It's a hit. Nice.
So you shoot it. I even got a sound effect for that one with this new sound effect. Now, mind you, it's like I bought 2 months of it for $15. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And the zombie with his 5+, Jesus, that poor guy. Let's see what he can do for that saving throw. 16 is the DC, 16 is the save. He wobbles on his feet, takes your bullet, and stays standing with 1 hit point.
Zombies. The spike that the last zombie put in me, is it
So,
continuing to burrow into my arm or whatever?
It is. If you want to use your action to pull it out, you can, but it looks like it's going to take a few rounds to burrow all the way in, maybe 2 more. But you can then pull it out at your discretion if you would like to. As long as you get it out, it looks like you could just grab it and yank it out.
Okay. But it's moving on its own still.
Correct. It looks like it is burrowing, self-propelled.
Great. Okay.
You were pretty quick on the draw. I should have let you know that before you took your action, but here we are.
Here we are.
So Hazel, staying as far back as possible, he is going to sling that firebolt because 1, he's not here, and 2, because why not? Can't go wrong with fire. Hitting it for 8, putting the zombie's DC at 13 as he tries again to resist. Unfortunately, the fire melts the connection between its brain and body, and it crumples in a heap.
As soon as Cash is able, she is going to rip those things out of her arm.
Presumably Arthanis as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Clockwork spy up in the corner continues.
How high up in the room is it?
15 feet, all the way up in a corner.
Anyone able to grab that thing?
Probably
Yeah.
destroy it, but you want it? You want it?
I don't know that we should destroy it. Didn't it say to put? Tony, you're gonna have to share the module thing for that. Oh, hang on, it's the wrong note.
I put the text in the Discord too.
Oh, okay. Didn't it say to insert the memory gem into the clockwork and wind it once again?
It should be permanently shared, but yes,
Yes.
it did say that. It said that you needed to, or at least the Claven are supposed to get access to what it called the clockwork key and insert the memory gem into the clockwork and wind it again in order to get and give it instructions for it to lead you somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know if we should destroy it, but maybe if we take it down and hide it or something, we can get it to stop being so loud.
Okay. How are we gonna do that?
I could try jumping.
Or someone can stand on somebody's shoulder or something.
Jump onto Arthanis' shoulders.
Yeah, I'll transport that.
Okay, So who's climbing on whose shoulders and who's trying to grab this thing?
Kazu jumped on Arthanis' shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
How
try
tall's
to
Kazu?
grab the thing.
Yeah,
Can we
Arthanis
reach
is
it?
6'4". How tall is Kazu?
6 feet, even.
Wow. Okay. So we're not quite there. Maybe with what's Kazu's wingspan or arm length?
Um,
Would it be 3 feet? Thereabouts.
maybe around there or something.
Hey, 3 plus 12 is 15. You can reach it.
That's the math.
Do a acrobatics check to see if you can grab it.
Okay. I see athletics. Where's acrobatics? Oh,
Acrobatics
at
is
the
at
top.
the, yeah, very top.
Come on. Oh. Oops.
You snatch it from the air in a very catch the snitch type of moment.
Yoink.
As you do, you hear a different siren going off, and it says self-destruct initiated. 10,
Ah!
9,
Oh,
8.
He throws
Oh.
it. He throws it. He's throwing it.
Put it in the
He's
closet.
Okay, he's putting it in the
Throwing it.
closet. Putting
And
it in
then
the closet, shutting the
Everyone,
door.
everyone get out of the door. Get run
He's
out of the
going
room.
to run.
The door closes. There's no explosion that you hear. By the time you got it in there, it stopped counting at 4. Or at least you stopped being able to hear the counting at 4.
Maybe it was just a joke.
Interesting.
That was the lavatory she threw it in, by the way. The closet's
Yeah.
on top. Just so
Yeah.
everybody knows what room's what.
Alright. I will check the closet, see if there's anything in there, since there's no longer a zombie in there.
You take a look, and there's some clothes, it looks like it's been rifled through, obviously, but there in a heap is a huge pile of clothes that were essentially ripped down, either by the zombies or by someone searching it.
Anything else in there?
Nope.
Alright. I'm going to... You said there was a desk in here, right?
There was. It's been essentially ransacked and knocked hither and thither.
Alright, I'm gonna go search the desk.
There's nothing of use that you can tell that hasn't been completely destroyed.
Okay. Keshu's gonna come back out, holding a bundle of fabric. Does anybody want this robe? It's a nice looking robe.
I am okay. Do you?
Does
want
it
the-
like Is it like a bathrobe that ties in the front, or is it like an over the head type?
Like an over-the-head type gray-colored robe, numerous patches of varying shapes and sizes.
I'll put it in my bag.
I don't think this is the way out.
So, Kashoot, you do notice one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As you're starting to put it in your bag, you notice that the patches have pictographs on them.
Of what?
So, the robe has lots of patches. So there's one with a dagger, for example. There's one with a pole. There's one with a coil of rope.
Can I
There's a
do?
bunch. I can give you all of them, but
Can I do a check to see if I know what this is, or have any kind of inkling what it might be?
cannot. You've never seen or heard anything of it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just put it in my bag for now.
Noted. You can grab it off the item sheet. It's labeled patched robe.
Is it? Oh, it's on the party sheet.
It is.
That's fine then. It can stay on the party sheet.
Where is everyone heading now?
What are these little alcoves here?
Exactly what they look to be. Little alcoves. You could speculate that hypothetically, based on the opulence of the bed, that maybe these would be guard posts for someone worthy of a guard.
Gotcha.
Is the door open up there?
Do I see that green?
You do see that green. So there is a pulsating green light coming from the upper left. There is a door open straight ahead.
Guess there's a light up there. Green light. I can go check it out if you want.
Okay, maybe it's the way out.
I'm gonna sneak up there.
Okay.
Do I see anything around those corners as I come around them?
So there's a door off to your right. Straight ahead is a door. You can't see exactly everything in there, but it looks like there's more of those cylinders, tubes that you found. And in the room you're looking in, from where you're at, it appears that there is some type of rhythmic, pulsating light barrier, and it doesn't appear to be the same material. It seems to be made semi of energy of some type.
What did you say was in this room?
Some more of those pods that you woke up in.
Gotcha.
You can't see what's in them, and you can just see the general shape of them.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak into the room slightly, this pulsing light room, and see if there's anyone in here.
So in this room, it's a large chamber. It includes 4 dominating columns. They don't block sight. They're made of an unusual translucent green metal. Each one of them is pulsating slow, rhythmic. It's almost like a heartbeat, like a thump, thump, thump. There's a thin layer of orange dust in this room that is very different than everything you've seen so far. There are also animal-like paw prints all in the dust. To the northwest, obviously you can see what I mean, there is a huge breach that has taken down part of the wall. It's plainly not a design intention. There is a I'll move him up to here and try to here. So it's plainly not a design thing. It's been damaged. It's been breached. On the outside, you see a barren, rubble-filled and debris-strewn alien landscape. It doesn't look anything like the forested town or the lake that you were at prior to your climbing down in the ruins of the manor house when you were walking along with the orphanage and Holver's Ferry. This is a orange, rocky, sandy, alien, barren landscape. You'd also see a series of impact craters where something is hit. This shimmering, translucent field of energy that's cordoned off the broken wall from the outside environment is flickering intermittently, and you, with your intelligence, you can associate as the pillars seem to fade for a second, the translucent field of energy seems to flicker. Then the pillars resume their pulsing, and the energy field seems to stabilize. There's several spherical objects littering the ground. They look like chunks of rock, and chunks of rock or metal. And there is a nauseating tang in the air that it fills the room, and it looks like there's no exit to this room. In this room, though, a strange creature seems to manifest. A roiling cloud of energy manifests. I'm gonna do my best to drop it here. And it manifests right in front of this area. And as I would anticipate, the picture's probably not there, but let's see what I can... Not gonna happen. Alright. So, this creature manifests solidifying. It seems to be some type of creature made up of this blue-green cloud of vapor, as well as electricity that is pulsating through it. It seems to be aware of you, Kashut, and it seems to, as it's not approaching, but it's also pulsating and emitting strange noises, and you are hit with a overwhelming influx of both emotions that aren't yours and images that it's trying to, you would guess, force into your mind. I can read you the images if you would like, or
Sure.
I can send them to you separately.
Whichever.
Okay. So the images flash through your head. The first one is a circular metal structure that resembles a almost like a circular entrance to a wizard's portal. Then the image changes to you and this strange air creature moving through that structure, and as you breach the event horizon, the surface threshold, you both vanish, presumably based on the emotion that came with the image of you and it vanishing. The image the emotion goes from panic and danger to safety and serenity. Almost as you vanish through the portal, you feel safe. There's a further series of images where the creature is suggesting that there is a problem, and it shows a rock falling out of the sky and striking a building. And then it shows the structure prior to the rock striking it, humming with energy, pulsating with power. It shows again the image of the rock striking the structure. Then it shows the flickering energy issue. And then it shows this room you're standing in, except that field of energy cordoning off, failing, and it shows the air being pulled out almost in like a hiss, but all the creatures being yanked out as well, indicating that if you're in this room when that fails, you will not survive.
God,
And then-
okay.
Then you return to your awareness. Jess, it looks like you disconnected. Just a heads up.
Is it still just standing there?
It is. It's standing there, and the pulsations have ceased.
Its pulsations or the pulsations of the light?
Its pulsations,
Okay.
and it's still some form of like air, gas.
I'm gonna back up slightly. Does it move closer toward me? Stay where it's at?
It doesn't. It seems to simply be sitting there watching you.
All right, I'm gonna back up again,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna move closer. Does it do anything?
It does not. It just continues, you assume, watching you, possibly. I think we lost Jess.
Yeah, I think we lost her too.
I'm gonna hold out my hand
Hmm.
to it. Does it do anything?
It flashes another image through your head. The image is of its plasma, gas, air, melting flesh, and it withdraws slightly to indicate not to touch it.
Oh. Fair the fuck enough. Alright. Cash is gonna go back to the group. So there's this creature in that room up there that I've never seen anything like this before. It's some sort of gaseous creature. It's not hostile, but when it noticed me, it sent a flood of images into my head, of it wanting to escape this place with us, or with me, but also that green glowing barrier of sorts out there is protecting us from what's outside. And it sent an image of that barrier failing and us or other creatures being in that room being sucked outside into the whatever that landscape is rather violently. It gave me the sensation that if that were to happen, we would not survive.
Sorry guys, my internet went out.
No big deal. It happens
Good.
all the time.
Well, if it wants to escape too, a potential ally.
I don't know if it's willing to follow us. I'll see. I'll go back out here to it and like motion for it to like follow me. I'll like move forward and then like motion with my hand for it to like step forward as well.
It does so. It moves forward, keeping a distance.
As I get close enough to the group, I will do not touch it. It sent an image to my head of its body melting flesh.
Oh, goody.
So don't touch it.
Okay. Does it know how to escape this place?
It showed an image of a circular gate-like thing that we walked through. And it was happy to be walking through it. So I think we have to look for something like that.
Yeah, I lost the map. I had to come back in.
Double click on your token on your character page, the little circle one.
Oh.
Double click on it, it should pop open the map for you.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I guess we just wander around until we find what you saw in his vision, its vision?
So at this point, all of you get your emotions and images flooded into your brain simultaneously. You see the wizard's portal or gate that Cash described, and you see all of you with this creature approaching the gate and stepping through, except nothing happens. And you feel unsafe, you feel in danger, you feel impending and inevitable doom as you are unable to pass through. Then another image of the room that Cash just described with the 4 pillars, and one of them is weakening. The other 3 seem to be holding it, but it's decreasing in its pulsations while the others are trying to pulse faster. And it shows that the one that seems to be failing cease to fail and return to a rhythmic pulsing, so that all 4 of them are pulsing. And then a third image enters your head of you all attempting to enter the gate, the portal, but this time with the pulsing stabilized, you're able to pass through the gate and you feel safe, serene, and joy having escaped.
So, not only do we have to find this gate, we also have to find a way to make it stable.
Oh.
Do you think this thing can see the future?
Maybe.
Ask it if I die. I don't plan on it, ever. So we'll know if it's lying.
Visions and things like that about your specific life shouldn't be tampered with.
Let's there's a lot going on right now, but let's keep looking and see what we find. I guess one of those visions maybe suggests that we do have a bit of a time crunch.
The gaseous creature starts to kind of break up, the gas kind of breaking out of its coherent form and falling to the ground, as well as dispersing as the creature vanishes.
Oh
What?
god. Oh no.
Creature friend, what happened?
I thought we were gonna try and rescue it. What just happened?
Is there anything like on the ground where it like broke apart?
No, it looks like it just kind of faded out, either voluntarily or involuntarily. It is no longer there.
Kazu is bamboozled.
All that's left to do, I suppose, is find this
8.
stabilization method too.
So that room lies bare except for 12 of those strange cylinders integrated in the walls, each attached to root-like cables, and 2 wall lockers built into one in the east and one in the west wall built in. The cylinders are empty.
I'll go check this wall locker.
Okay. It is unlocked. And based on that, there are no traps that you can detect.
I will open it.
Inside, you see 2 battle axes, 2 sets of breastplate armor. It looks like this wall locker is built to hold this. There are 5 vials, and they're fit into slots.
I will take all 5 vials.
Mhm.
Grab the battle axes in case anybody wants those. I'm not gonna be able to carry the breastplates, but then I'll go over here and check this other locker.
The breastplates are 20 pounds each.
And
Alright.
that's heavy armor? Or is it medium?
It's
Oh!
medium with an armor class base of 14 and a max dex of 2.
I think Kazu can do medium armor.
How about this? I'll put them all on the party sheet. Tell me if any of them are labeled poorly. The one that says potion, says potion, says potion. Okay, so they should all be able to do whatever it is readable. The investigation check shows you it is unlocked and there are no traps that you can detect.
I'll open it as well.
Inside you find 1 longbow and a tube that holds 10 very splendid arrows.
Is it a quiver type thing or?
It is, but it only holds 10.
Okay, I will take the longbow and the quiver with 10 arrows.
I'm going to put it on the sheet. I'm going to let you guys move it where you want.
Okay, and then I'll go back to the party.
Do
No.
bear in mind, you guys can take short rests. I don't know if anybody picked up Identify. I heard you now. I just wanted you guys to know that you guys do have quite a few items unidentified. I don't know if you have any spellcasters that have.
I have Identify.
I do have greed.
Yeah, like what's the fancy ring and the fancy wand? You know what I'm saying?
Nauk, I did not mean to cut you off though.
All good. I realize that barbarian stuff isn't hampered by wearing medium armor, so Nalka will put on one of the breastplates.
Cool.
Barbarian stuff is not, but you don't get unarmored defense
Mm-hmm.
dirt.
However, my AC just went up by 1. Whoa. No, it did not. I will play around with that and see why I now have 19.
It would be because you have your
It's stacking.
your Constitution modifier is being added in.
Alright.
I fixed that.
Does anyone else want the other breastplate?
No, I checked it with
Yes.
my scale mail. My scale armor does the same thing. I don't get
Oh,
any.
so it wouldn't. Yeah, I got scale mail, so it wouldn't matter if I put one on.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay, so for the remainder of this game, I would like to clean out this party sheet. If you guys want to take any time to identify stuff, I tend to kind of let you guys stock up the party sheet a little bit, but when it gets, because weight is a thing, the minutia of it, especially in early levels, does matter. So for the spell identify, just so we're clear, it's actually something that is used, but you need to have a pearl worth 100 gold. It is not destroyed in the creation of it. So if the party has 100 gold together, I have no problem with you having a pearl.
We have 100 gold. We have 400 gold on the party sheet.
Yes, you did. I can drop it to 300, and I'm more than happy. It takes 10 minutes to identify each item.
Do we want to take a quick break?
Yes.
Yes, short one, anyways. Yes.
We can take an hour short rest.
So
That'll
I'm gonna
give us time to check 6 items.
And Techno, add somewhere or at least make a mental note that you have a pearl for the party. If Kazu also has identify, he can cast it. I don't know if he does or doesn't.
1 pearl. I'll have it on my inventory.
I
Does
took
anyone-
100 gold off for the party.
Does anyone have detect magic?
Let's see.
Pretty
I do.
Sure. Yeah, Straya does.
It's not prepared, but
It's also ritual, so you just
Yeah.
get 10 minutes to cast it.
yeah, so it would just take extra time.
Yeah, I would do that to figure out which of our items are magical items, and that way we could focus on identifying those.
Does
do
anyone
that.
mind if I take the breastplate?
There's actually 2 on the party sheet.
I dropped down to 1 just now because you put one on. So, did you put it on your sheet? Yes, you did now. Okay. All right. So there's 1. For the magic items, are you guys able to see which ones they are?
Only if you identify them.
Okay. So let me clean this up a little bit. Let me put 2 crossbows here. So let's take, if I put an asterisk next to this name, does that show up for you?
What was it?
I put it next to the fancy ring.
No.
Okay. So the ones that are magical, let's just make life easier. Starting the fancy wand, the fancy ring, and the robe is magical, as well as pretty much anything that reads potion is magical. And bear in mind you have enough time to identify 5 of them in the hour, because it took you an hour to cast.
short rest.
I mean, 10 minutes. An hour to the short rest, 10 minutes to cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the arrows you just found are magical, and the scroll, waterproofed scroll, is magical. And the vial, there's a vial in there that's also magical.
Start with the ring and the wand, maybe.
Yeah, I would do ring, wand, robe, arrows,
Alright.
scroll.
Okay.
Personally, that's what I would do.
Let's identify the fancy ring first.
You use the pearl, channeling your magic, and identify it as a ring of protection.
Nice.
Granting the wearer +1 to armor class and +1 to all saving throws. Bear in mind, as a ring of protection, it does require attunement, which means it uses up one of your 3 available attunement slots.
We'll identify
And
the fancy wand next.
the Wand of Burning Hands.
Oh shit.
I want to reiterate for you guys that you do not have to be a spellcaster to use a wand. If you use the 7th charge, though, you have to roll a d20. If it gets a 1, your wand's gone. Yes, the ring works with armor. It just simply doesn't work if you get another ring of protection. You can't double up on them.
Yeah, Spirit had a ring of protection in the last campaign. Used to fairly decent use.
Okay, what is next?
The patched robe.
Patched robe is a robe of useful items. Each of the patches, if you tear it off, becomes the item. There's a dagger, a bullseye lantern, a steel mirror, a 10-foot pole, a hempen rope, a sack, an iron door, should you need a door, 10 amber gems, 2 wooden ladders, a riding horse with saddlebags, a living horse, by the way, 4 potions of healing, a rowboat, 2 pits, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Very nice.
Yes, there's a horse on the robe. It's currently in patch form, but you know, how do you feel when you're in a patch form? I don't know. You can ask the horse.
Does the horse stay alive?
Well, I guess you'll have to rip it off the robe to find out.
Say we're gonna identify the arrows next.
Arrows. Let me see if I identify it on the item sheet. If it, they are 10 + 1 arrows.
Okay.
How many is that? 4? I think you got one more.
That's 4, yeah. Alright, what are we gonna... Which one do we... Next?
So there's several potions, the vial, and waterproof scroll.
So the potions, let's go use the number. One of them has 4, one of them has 3, 2 of them have 1. The vial has
Why not
1.
all 4 of those potions?
Alright, we'll go with the 4 potions then.
Wait.
Wait.
Can I look at those potions first before you identify them?
Sure.
Do they look like a healing potion?
They do.
Yeah.
I was gonna let
wouldn't-
you guys get away with that one for free anyways.
Yeah, I wouldn't
They're
use
pretty
it on
common.
these ones. These ones are definitely just healing potions.
Alright.
What about the 3 then?
Is there anything we can ascertain just by looking at them before I cast Identify on those 3 potions?
I wasn't gonna charge you one for the healing potions. I was just mostly letting you decide.
Alright. Yeah, in that case, well, I'll cast Identify on the 3 potions then.
They are elixirs of health. When you drink them, you're cured of any disease, and if you're blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poisoned, it removes that as well. Presumably, though, if you're paralyzed, you shan't be the one drinking it. Probably be poured down your throat, but it's a cure-all.
A panacea, if you will. Okay.
Neat.
If you guys, I am going to apply a short rest. If you guys want to take another 40 minutes, you can identify the rest, or not, as you see fit.
Does a short rest get spell slots back?
For warlocks, yes.
Oh, okay.
For if your name starts with A and ends with Arthanis, you get your spell slot back.
God damn it, AR Thanos.
Well, hello there.
I don't know how many spell slots he has, but he gets it back.
I get all my spell slots back.
Is that one?
Yep.
You get all one.
Better than none back.
So, with Tanner missing, I wouldn't go too hard at separating everything. I've looked through. I'm kind of looking through here. There's 3 spur rifles, spears, silver symbol. Obviously, some of these things, sickles.
Does anyone else use bows?
Not particularly.
I mean, I do have a crossbow. Let's see
Those
what
use
else.
different arrows, though.
I'm gonna
And
remove the large
bolts.
key because it isn't related to anything near you.
Yeah, that was for the obsidian door, right?
It was.
Yeah.
So I've consolidated battle axes into battle axes and so forth. For your the party, there's 2 ways you guys can run it. You can say Tanner didn't show up, so he gets last pick of loot, or you can say we wait till everybody's here to sort loot. I'll leave it up to you. But I know he doesn't use a bow, so I don't think he cares about
I
that.
think
But
you can take the arrows, yes.
hold shift to take them all.
Does the does that bow look nicer? The longbow look nicer than my bow?
I wouldn't go as far as to say it looks nicer because it's magical. I would go as far as to say it's probably nicer because your bow is garbage.
Damn.
Wow.
No,
No.
it's the same bow. It's the same. It's the same style of bow. It's not any nicer, and you probably have some sentimental value to yours.
I mean,
This one's got
sure.
engravings.
Right, like, does it look like a space bow? Because
I mean,
got-
it can if you want it to.
Space bow.
right.
Maybe it's got like a sweet like laser sight on it, you know, like a hip fire laser sight.
Right? Like, is it a compound bow? Like,
It's gonna roll the same damage and give no bonuses, but aside from that, it can look like anything you want it to look like.
that's fine, I'll keep my bow.
Space bow has been rejected. But before we resume next game, when we start, I'm gonna get the party sheet mostly cleaned out, because there's going to come a point where some of you are going to start becoming encumbered and unable, and you're going to start taking, movement penalties and such. And you may have to decide whether or not it's worth your time. You may have to pick some loot and leave some behind.
Yeah, because we're probably not selling anything anytime soon.
Mhm.
No.
Could be wrong, but so like for example, we maybe don't need to carry 7 battle axes and 12 hand axes.
And if you can carry it, great. Now, I really need to emphasize this. No one wants shit you found that isn't useful. If you're selling a gold holy symbol, they want that. That's golden. If you're selling battle axe taken from Claven barracks that somebody's used and stashed, it's not brand new. No one's gonna buy the battle axe. If you're gonna use the battle axe, awesome. If you're carrying around 3 suits of chainmail armor and 6 battle axes and you roll into a blacksmith shop, he's not buying them from you. It's just more work to break it down and then just buy an ingot and make their own. So, don't raid the goblin Claven lair, take all their shit and try to sell it. Keep what you can use. Unless it's a space bow, then take the space bow.
Of course. Maybe we don't decide the rest tonight, but think about if you want the ring of protection, if you'd make use of the robe of useful items, and if you'd want the wand of burning hands.
This is a silly question, but would it be possible for me to take like the materials of like say the battle axes and break them down into their raw materials to be fashioned into something else?
So at some point, we will be getting into downtime activities based on the discussion we had where you guys were liking it. And you can use that to lower the cost of maybe crafting something else. So when you craft something, say you're crafting something that costs 100 gold, you pay 50 gold for, forge rental, things like that. If you go out mining or provide your own metal, you can reduce it to 25 gold or 25% of the overall cost. If you're making plate and mail armor, you can go down to 25% of that. And before we end the game, we'll just go ahead and play one last sound effect for fun. Called the containment recording. That's a distress call that's garbled.
You
Just
should
move
find.
I should what?
You should find one that says nuclear launch detected.
I don't know if I can, but let's see. All sound sets, nuclear. So I have 5 sound sets. Nuclear submarine. I haven't downloaded those, but might look at them later. But that's all I have for you guys tonight.
Guys, good game.
GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG everyone.
Now you guys know how to get out, you just don't know how to get there.
Good game, everybody.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Good game. Yeah, you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week.
See you next week.
See you everyone.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Bye.